Hey guys, in this video I will be talking about the CWS Speeding / High Rev Sports carbon aftermarket pieces, specifically for the trunk, hood, and bumper. I'll give you my opinions and reviews on these carbon pieces, and if they're really worth the money. Also, I'll showcase several clips of each piece in detail so that you can further see if you think it's worth it. I made this video kind of late, and I don't have the exact number of how much everything cost. But after installation and buying all three parts with paperwork, it came out to about 3,000. On the High Rev website, without shipping or not even with tax, if you were to buy it through their website, it would cost you about 7,000 due to shipping costs and tax on their website. However, I must preface this by saying that I bought these pieces off of a different company because it was cheaper. The company I bought it from was Alibaba, and it's a Chinese company that sells these carbon pieces in bulk. Buying off of Alibaba is cheaper than High Rev Sports, but there's a massive headache that comes with it. You first have to put an invoice on their message board, and the replies are delayed because of the time zone difference. Once you've done that, then you have to decide if you want the pieces to be delivered at your front door or at a nearby warehouse. Having it delivered at your front door costs way more than having it delivered at a warehouse. The price varies depending on your location for shipping, so I'm not going to go too much into that. I opted to have it delivered at a nearby warehouse because I wanted to get the carbon pieces as cheap as possible. I had to find a custom broker online to file the paperwork since it was coming from overseas, and the whole process took about 7 months, but it saved me a lot of money in the long run. Because of this massive headache that I had to go through, I highly suggest buying it off of High Rev Sports to get it delivered to your front door. Alibaba comes with far too many headaches, and if you're only buying one of these pieces, you're way better off getting it at High Rev Sports. If your plan is to buy all the three pieces I show in this video, then I suggest going into further research into how much it would cost on High Rev Sports versus Alibaba. Okay, so besides the delivery, here are some clips of the pieces in detail. So for some background, making this video, I've had about 2 years with these pieces. In my opinion, the carbon fiber GT hood is probably the best bang for your buck in terms of being worth it. It fits very well and the quality is pretty good. However, the vents on the hood are not functional, and there aren't holes for your windshield wiper fluid to go up to the vents. I also had to have it custom drilled so that I can have this wiper fluid reach the windshield, but it's all a matter of personal taste. Also for the hood, when I got it, it was in good condition, but I wouldn't say that it was in mint condition because there were a few imperfections that were pretty prevalent on the hood. The carbon piece that I really like and is the most noticeable on my car is the carbon fiber trunk. However, the trunk is really hard to align and it's not even symmetrical. But the molded duckbill that comes with the trunk accentuates the body lines of the Camry and my vision of the car completely. No matter which way you set up the bolts, there will always be a noticeable gap when you install this trunk. And the manual key slot that goes under the trunk doesn't fit into the carbon trunk. All right, time for the most controversial piece. The SEMA carbon rear bumper is very beautiful, and honestly it changes the car completely. It's a nice piece of craftsmanship that pairs very nicely with the duckbill that I bought, but it is without a doubt the worst to install. I decided to get these pieces professionally installed because I heard that the rear bumper was a pain through the Camry community. I was spot on. The rear bumper comes unpainted and the bumper doesn't sit naturally. The shop I took it to had to use different adhesives and bolts to make it follow the body lines. In addition, the small vents on the side of the bumper block the sensors if you own the XSE or the XSE V6 because of the blind spot assist. So to make it work, you'd have to get rid of those small little vents, or you just have to unplug the blind spot assist, which I definitely do not recommend. All right, in conclusion, is buying all these three carbon pieces really worth it? If I can go back in time and stop myself from buying all of these, would I? Nah. I think that the price I bought it was very cheap in comparison to the retail price today on HiRev Sports. The demand for these carbon pieces is always constant, and I feel as if it's increasing even, and I really don't see it stopping. I really enjoy driving my Camry, and I feel like it stands out in the best way possible. But that's all personal opinion, and anyone can build their car however they please. I know in the video that I bagged a lot on the imperfections, but I do think for the Alibaba price that I got it at, it's worth it. Personally, I don't think it's worth it to buy it at the price that HiRev Sports has it at, especially because of how much shipping cost is on the website. That's about it. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any further questions, DM me on my Insta at CamryXS. Thank you for watching.